What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Quartzsite, Arizona.
Quartzsite, Arizona.
Today was a travel day, but we've had it's. We're going to talk about the week, but don't do that one. Get back over that one. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we're back on. Hopefully, the mic is on. Looks like everybody is doing.
Can you read that?
I can read it. We have to sit a little bit far away. We are in Quartzsite, Arizona. A little bit. Let me shut the door here.
That looks classy.
Right?
You're blocking the view.
Yeah, I was blocking the view. Our cactus is right over there. It's right over there, and
there.
Yeah, and that is the sunset tonight. We're gonna see if we can pull it off. I don't know what time does the sun set tonight.
I'm in the wrong part of the world.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly. I have you for just one more day.
This is it.
This is it. I have to take you to the airport tomorrow,
Yes,
put
you
you
do.
on a plane, and send you home
To a blizzard.
to a blizzard.
To a blizzard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, me too.
It's not my fault.
That's not my fault either. I'm pretty sure that the people watching the ranch want me home now.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah, and you got ranch stuff going on.
I got ranch
there.
stuff going on.
Yeah,
Yep.
you do. So you're probably about ready to get back to work. You've been with me for the last week.
Yeah.
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 Enjoying the weather a little bit.
Oh gosh, hot tubs and swimming pools and
Yes.
70-degree temperatures and
It hasn't been as warm as it normally is, but to you it probably felt
I've been
great.
running around in a t-shirt in a swimming pool.
Yeah.
It's a way different scenario.
Yeah, no. Let's say hi to everybody here real quick. Go right on up here. X Fired Up gets first in the house. Hey, y'all. Glad to have you here. WCRV Adventures. There's Don, Cowboy Biker Adventures. Glad to have you there. There's Mr. Gary, RV Living Life. And let's just stroll on down here because I saw a few more people here. You guys are having conversations. Let's see if I can roll through here a little bit. Well, there we go. Miss Jennifer LaFord. Hello, dear. Again, wintry. That's what you're going back to.
Yes.
Wintry.
Yes.
Wintry in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
It's been the theme all winter long.
It's winter.
It is really winter. It's been mild for the last 30, 40 years, apparently.
Something. Yeah.
Because this year is really hitting it hard.
Yeah.
But we have too. We moved up from Yuma today to here, and we're probably at least 5-10 degrees cooler here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I threw on the jacket, sweatshirt. We've got clouds. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm hoping that we get that sunset because it's looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Kicking Back is in the house. Hello, John. How you doing? Boom. Jim and Sue Finstead are here. Glad to have you guys here. Miss Kimberly KJ. Glad to have you here. Ralph Hattenberg is in the house. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That one's for you. I'm so done with the white stuff right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going sideways at my house at this moment.
Yeah, she's saying I would just stay there if I were you.
I would have a slight revolt from, the people that
watch over the ranch
are
while you're
watching
gone.
over at the ranch. Yeah. They're not real excited about me being gone right now.
No, I imagine. Oh my gosh. Well, we had it wasn't okay, so can you get into Mexico? Well, you can get into Mexico. You just walk across.
You can walk across to Mexico.
Yeah, it was just like walking into Walmart, except they have locking gates behind you as you walk through, and then you're in.
Yep.
But can you get out with an expired passport, a driver's license, and a birth certificate?
The answer to that question, I know everyone's wondering, and I'm here right now. So
you are here right now.
You can do that. I went prepared to be, taken off to the side and stripped. No, that's the airport.
That's the other one.
Sorry,
that's the airport.
And had to prove that I was actually me, but apparently they did not question that because all they wanted was my expired passport.
Yeah.
And he asked me what I had brought out, and I said nothing. I had tacos and margaritas, and he said, "Nice, have a good day."
And that was it. It was a breeze.
I didn't have to show anything else.
Yeah, you were just as fast or faster than anyone else in the line, and you breezed right through
I
there.
did, and that passport expired in 2018. So,
yeah, and you didn't even mention it.
Right, but I do appreciate. I'm going to give kudos to Don because he did run the gamut for me ahead of time and asked him in a previous visit during the week, and so. We kind of had a good feeling, and then I think he talked to his barber too. You know, you get the best stuff from the barber,
right?
And so, and he was with us. So Dave and Don were ready to smuggle me across the border. Not sure how they were going to do that.
We're just going to walk down to the end of the fence and walk in.
Right, right. And I can swim. We could have done it.
You know, if you would have come in that way, you would have got benefits. And
I know. I should have stayed longer, got a tan, and came back.
Right.
I should probably not say that.
It's just a swim across the river.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you could do that. You could pull that off.
I could have.
Hell, you could walk across most of it.
I prefer the going through the gate part though.
I don't prefer that line. I'll tell you, the line wasn't bad the day that we went, but I will say that line has been a couple and a half hours in the past, and that is not fun standing in that line. Yeah. I mean, we don't even stand in that long of a line for Disneyland. And,
right.
Yeah. So.
And double margaritas at Mocha's. we were ready for the line to be a little bit long.
Yeah. We did meet Don, Cowboy Biker Adventure. We met Don at Mocha's, and by the time that we got done with, because Jose came out and asked us if we wanted any drinks, and we said, sure, how about margaritas? While we figure out what we're going to order. And,
all the way around.
Well, by the time we got...
Don was ahead of us, though.
Don, he was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even know how he did that, because he pulled off his live from the dental office, and I think he was farther away than we were, and somehow he made it straight over there and was sitting at a table.
Yes, ready for us. Halfway through a margarita.
I don't even know how you did that, Don.
He's amazing.
But we ordered margaritas.
Yes.
And then we sat there and chit-chatted for a while, and then finally ordered our food. By the time our food came there, we were ready for another round of margaritas.
Which might not have been the smartest thing we ever did. But
ooh. Now, that is the first time that I've had 2 margaritas from Mocha's, and I'll tell you that the one margarita is enough. One margarita will set you right for the rest of the line waiting in. 2 margaritas, that was danger.
Yes.
That was a danger
Yes,
zone.
You can't go wrong with margaritas. I'm just saying.
Right.
That was tasty.
Yeah.
The food was amazing. Yes.
It was, you know what? It is a little hole in the wall place. Mm-hmm. It is always packed. It's the reason that I went there in the first place, because the place is always full of people. Mm-hmm. And that's just the nature of this place. Yeah. So I couldn't recommend it enough. Have brought tons of friends there and have had great meals every time. Mm-hmm. So
I'm glad you included
one margarita. I'm warning you. One margarita. Stop there. No, Don can attest. Don was feeling pretty damn good.
Don was, Don was feeling real good.
I think we all were.
We were. There was no pain in the group. We were all excited about a walk around.
Yeah.
The shopping was interesting after 2 margaritas.
RV living life. Gary says long lines are okay until you have to pee.
Oh, Don. 3 margaritas? No.
Wait, Don had 3?
No, he says you don't want more than 2.
No, you don't know. I don't want
2.
More
You
than
better
1.
spend the night.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And that is an option there. Where you park, you can pay for overnight. You have to pay differently for overnight parking, and you park in a different parking lot.
Okay,
But you walk over.
Yeah.
And you hopefully you've already set up your hotel room over there, and they've got plenty of them over there. Mm-hmm. And I guess the nightlife is pretty lively in Algodones. So I haven't done it yet. I don't know. Maybe that'll be something
the
to
nightlife. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they got all kinds of they got a full nightlife there. Oh, I don't. Yeah, and Don says he had to ride a motorhome or ride a motorcycle home. Yeah, right there.
We watched you leave the parking lot.
Yeah,
just to make sure you got out okay.
Yeah,
and alone.
I think I saw a. Let me see if I can scroll back. I think I saw a question for you, Bonnie.
Uh-oh.
And maybe I missed it. I think it was X fired up, and I noticed it. Oh, there you go. That X fired up says you have a decision.
We got the dishes done last night. We had to.
we had.
I won't say what time it was that you finished up.
It would be a good trade-off, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You could stay here and do dishes.
I'm pretty sure I could probably get the people covering for me to come down and do your dishes if they would trade places with me for a little while.
Yeah, they probably trade places with you.
I have babies arriving at home. I have to go home.
Yeah, absolutely.
The babies came early, and I'm in the doghouse. So.
No, you're headed back. We'll get you back there. Bee Trapper is in the house. Yeah, Miss Kimberly says, "No, I'm wanting a margarita."
Yes, right? You can't go wrong.
I don't know what alcohol they use there, but you can't taste it in those margaritas.
I could.
You had the strawberry.
Yeah.
And Don had a lime, and I had a strawberry. Or he had another one of strawberry. I had 2 limes. I'm old school.
And it was a real strawberry. It wasn't the funky stuff out of the jug.
No.
So it actually had strawberry in it.
Yeah, really good. Really good. Oh my gosh. Well, we went to we got there, and let's see if I can take that off. But just before that happened, we developed a water leak in the coach. Yeah. And you don't know, but I know that stuff goes wrong.
Yeah.
Almost every week, it's something.
Yeah.
And you hope that it's a little thing.
Little thing.
It's just a little thing.
It was a little thing.
We had the water heater go out. Well, we had.
It didn't go out.
We had the leak. No, the water heater was working great.
Yeah, it works great.
Yeah, except it was cleaning the carpet, and it was. You noticed at first. You said the floor is wet over here. What is going on?
Yeah, I was wondering what you spilled on the floor over there. And you're like, you didn't really pay attention to me. The second day, I'm like, so yeah, the floor's still wet, and it wasn't me. So I'm not sure what's going on, and it might have been even one. I think you were avoiding it.
Maybe I was.
I think you were avoiding it because I think it was one more day. I think you turned the water pump off.
I was in denial. I was blocking it out.
Yeah, and then you didn't have a choice. It's like, okay,
this is getting bad.
The floor's still wet.
So when you go after these water leaks, you hope it's something simple. You hope that it's a loose, fitting, and you just tighten the fitting, or maybe you reseal it, or something like that. But it didn't happen.
No. You tried a lot of things before you made the determination.
Guys, I had to pull the water heater out.
It was awesome.
I could
on the table outside hooked up.
Then I hooked it up because I had to be able to pressurize the system to see where this leak was coming from.
I liked the leak outside. I could still have a shower.
The leak outside was okay. Yeah. And the water heater was still working. I took care of business. I made sure that it was still operating. Yeah. It took a couple hours. Because I discovered something that water heaters do. When I had to drain the water heater to take it out.
Yes.
Then I had to fill it full of cold water when I filled it back up again.
Right.
And I was hoping, because I didn't see any water leak.
Fitting.
It's got to be a fitting. It's got to be a fitting. So we've got the water heater on. It's outside making hot water for us.
Yeah, it's cool.
And as that heat comes up, that water tank pressure increases. And right at the bottom, I had to take the foam off. Mine is one of those that's encapsulated in foam blocks. Kind of looks like shipping packing material, except, it's made for that.
Right.
And then I saw it.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of white residue down at the bottom of the tank, and a little drip going drip, 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 drip on the table. Thankfully,
yeah,
it was on the table. So
yeah, that was the telling moment.
Now is where you think that's fun. All of this now has taken over a day, I think.
Oh yeah, we were a day. Yeah, made that determination in a day.
Now I have to figure out what to do with it.
Right.
And because I can't replace a seal on this thing, so I am looking for tanks. I am looking for new water heaters. I'm going through the list.
Yes.
Guess what I found out? Atwood, the maker of my water heater, has been making water heaters since Christ was in diapers. Is no longer in business. Dometic bought out Atwood. And those same water heaters that Atwood used to make, you think they were good enough for Dometic? No.
Well, they do break down. Just saying. Well, it is 20 years old, so.
It is. The coach is 20 years old. But Atwood is no longer making them. Dometic decided they were going to make their own water heater. You think they made it the same size?
That'd be too easy.
No. There is a cutout in all of or most of the RVs in this country, whether it's a travel trailer, a camper, a pickup bed camper, a bumper pole, fifth wheel.
Right.
If you have a water heater, chances are you've got an Atwood water heater in there. Suburban makes one. There's a couple other manufacturers. But by and large, the most common one is Atwood. In Dometic's infinite wisdom, they decided to make a different size than the hole that is cut in all of these other RVs, basically leaving without an option for a water heater. Well, I guess they have some pretty trim kit that you can put around it, and you can put their water heater in.
Right.
This, my coach is painted, so I'm going to have this thing painted. This is going to look like a stuff show.
TV.
I am not happy at this point.
Right.
I go to eBay and I'm looking for used ones. Oh, and let's not forget, I considered maybe I can have it welded.
Right.
Maybe I can.
Weld it.
Maybe. Well, I can't weld aluminum.
Yeah, you spent a couple hours making a decision whether you could patch it, have it welded, any of that.
I am looking at the patch of what have other people done, and people say, "Oh, just put some JB Weld on it; it'll be good."
Sir, don't want to steal your thunder.
Okay, I'm here to tell you if you ever think that you're going to seal your hot water heater leak with JB Weld,
don't
erase that out of your mind. That is not going to happen.
Hey, we needed to try.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried it.
Yeah.
I can speak from experience that the JB Weld will hold until you heat that bad boy up.
Yep, it didn't take long.
No.
And you put it all the way back in.
I had to put it back in because we were leaving the next day. We really didn't have a choice. We went over to Mexico, and I came back. We came back, and I literally that night
put it back.
I went ahead and put it back in and got it back in there.
Yeah.
So now I'm scouring. Believe me, I already tried Google searching it for different sellers. Everybody is out of them. If you are looking for a 6-gallon or 10-gallon Atwood water heater, I'm here to tell you they are rare. They are rare. I was looking for a tank. I thought, well, maybe I can replace the tank. I could not find another tank. I mean, all these RV places that, Google searching it comes up with that says they have them. You go there, out of stock. They're all out of stock.
Out of stock. I heard that numerous times.
The last thing I tried and the solution that I found was Craigslist. Search all Craigslist. If you don't know how to search Craigslist, you can search all the Craigslist U.S. nationwide. There is a place where you can search them all. Somebody had in New York, somebody had a brand new one made in 2020, still in the box.
Who does that?
And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, he's going to be charging like collector card price for this water heater. It actually wasn't too bad. It was a little. It was
pretty much in the price range of the ones that were all out of stock.
Well, yeah, pretty close.
Yeah.
I did end up. I spent $700
with freight,
and that included. I had to write to this gentleman. It was a private seller. Don't ask me why he had the water heater, and I didn't care.
You didn't want to know.
I don't care if he stole it from somebody next door and he was just selling it. It's like, I need this water heater. And scary as it was, if he would have been asking $1,000 for it,
I know.
it was that cringeworthy looking for these things.
Do you suppose you wore a hole in that thing bouncing down that road to the Alvord
Desert? Yeah. No, it was just that.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that, but it did corrode through the aluminum tank. And when I emptied out, I've drained the hot water tank. Guys, I have. But I was not prepared for what I found when I started yanking this thing out, turning it upside down, moving it all around. There was shit come out of this water heater that has been there for 20 years. I'm here to tell you, it just kept coming, and I kept washing it out, and apparently it just, all the sediment settled down to the bottom. And when you just drain it, when you just pull the plug and drain it, none of it comes out.
Right.
It's all sitting there. I washed that thing for a couple hours, and I noticed there's still some coming out of it. So heads up, if you have an old water heater. I don't know, though. I think maybe that was what was actually holding the water in, creating kind of a false bottom on the bottom of the water heater.
When we have a hole in a water tank, a metal water tank, you can throw some dirt and stuff in there, and lots of times the pressure of the water will hold stuff across that hole and keep water in your tank. That's a stock thing.
No.
Hey, you brought it up.
I didn't think about it. They do make that radiator stuff that you can pour into your radiator to get it to stop.
No.
You could dump that in there.
We want to live. Pretty
I
sure
know.
That's not good for you.
I would not try that.
No,
I would not try that.
I can't even believe you said that.
I know.
Wow.
I know. I was considering all options, including calling the weld shop and seeing if they could cut out and weld in a new bottom to this thing.
I bet they could too.
That was my next step. That was my. If I didn't find that one in New York, and it is coming, it is going to right here to Quartzsite. It'll be here.
It was in New York.
It was in New York.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was a very wide Craigslist search.
Yeah, and it did its job. There was only one nationwide. There was only one, and it happened to be brand new in the box. Don't ask me how he got it. I don't care.
Yeah, no, we don't care.
No. Yeah.
Watch for the second half of this story.
Right.
Let's see what actually comes from New York.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's coming.
I know.
Very nice guy. I talked to him. I paid him, and he shipped it out.
It's all good.
Yeah. I have no doubts. So, Don says they use 2 different tequilas. Don, how do you know that?
Yeah, Don.
How do you even know that,
Were
Don?
you like fraternizing with the mixer lady back there?
Yeah. Gary wants to know, babies, who's the father?
Wow.
This is ranch life. Oh.
Yeah, the father is he's a redhead.
He's a redhead.
He's a redhead
and how we're talking
goats. Baby goats.
I'm
sorry.
Baby goats.
We're having baby meat goats at the ranch right now instead of next week when I was supposed to be there.
Yeah. How is the kitchen working out? How's it? The new kitchen is fantastic. I have no complaints on the new kitchen. I think they're talking about this last summer. I put in 2 cooktops, the propane drawer, propane, and an induction top in the top. Absolutely loved it. I wish that I would have done it long ago. It is perfect.
I can even use it.
Oh, and you can use electric or you can use gas. Whatever, if you're in a park, you might as well use the power at the park.
Exactly. I agree. Greater or Idaho.
Yeah, no one really wants an Atwood. They just come with them. But they've been making them. I had a 67 Aristocrat travel trailer. Wow. It was one of my first RVs.
It's an antique.
And it had a 6-gallon Atwood water heater in it. It was all propane. There was no electric, but it was all propane.
Nice.
And you used to have to go out there and light the pilot by hand. And then it was going until you shut it off, and then you could travel back home or whatever. But
my micro trailer has one like that in it.
But that hole that is cut out into the siding, it's the same size hole they've been using forever. That's the maddening thing about this. So all of these, whether you want it or not, it's going to be there. And
true story.
Yeah. I'd just love to know who was sitting behind the desk at Dometic going, we need to make ours different. Really? No, you don't. You don't need to make it different. Here's one. Bee Trapper says, hey, Bonnie, how do you feel about Greater Idaho?
No.
Oh my gosh, have you guys been seeing this? Can we talk for a minute? Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we can talk about that for a minute.
No, my pragmatic side says there ain't a chance in hell this is gonna happen. But at the same time, my other side, whatever side you want to say, is I wish it would. Because now you're from southeastern Oregon,
right? I'm against Idaho. Yep.
Right up against Idaho.
I spend a lot of time in Idaho.
And Bend, where I'm from, is center of the state. But really, not everybody. Portland, Salem, and Medford over on the west side of the state pretty much make all the decisions for the rest of the state.
This is correct.
including legalizing drugs, any number of things that the rest of the normal world sees this as being a problem.
Well, and legislatively, they are completely able to outvote the eastern side of Oregon in anything they decide to put forth, if they really want to. We are definitely in a position where we are taxation without representation in many ways.
Yeah.
And the state of Jefferson has been going through some of that for years. And what do we do about it? How do I feel about Greater Idaho? So I have had a career in public service, and the logistics of doing that are overwhelming to me.
Seems like it. Yeah.
I know that Oregon legislature has to approve it. Idaho legislature has to approve it. And then the U.S. legislature has to approve it.
Right.
Can I see that happening? Not really. Are they capable of dotting the I's and crossing the T's? I mean, we're talking about all of the school systems, all of the public works, all of the ODOT, all of that stuff switches to Idaho.
Right.
That is a massive, massive feat. The unemployment offices, I have a hard time knowing all the things that government has, got themselves into.
Right.
The school systems, the logistics of changing all that over are just overwhelming to me, and I really can't see that happening, and all of those entities saying yes without a revolution, which may be coming.
Right.
So
I almost say a revolution is and God forbid it happens. Nobody wants to see another civil war.
No,
absolutely
no.
But I almost say that is more likely than changing our state lines at this point. So that's how likely this is. I really don't see this as being a possibility.
I think it's a very real thing. The majority of the population on the rural sides of Oregon, and even some of the rural areas in like Salem and such, Klamath Falls, we are definitely not represented with the way the votes are falling in our capital.
No.
And that's really frustrating when they start shoving laws and rules down our throat and we can't do anything about it. And they've come close to doing that. And typically, even with COVID, we just kind of do what we want to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the majority of Eastern Oregon, as well as Washington, Eastern Washington, and Northern California, the majority is very conservative.
Yeah.
But you get over to the west side of the states, and you have high density population in Portland, Salem, Medford, Eugene.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of liberal left voting that's happening over on that side that affects that conservative side.
Absolutely.
And when it comes to the governor, the governor really doesn't, I feel the governor doesn't care about the east side of the state. She only cares about Salem, Portland. This is her voter base. These are the people that vote for her.
Well, all you had to do was watch the debates and listen to the talking points. They had absolutely nothing to do with any part of rural Oregon.
Right.
And I mean, they were all about housing. They were all about, the abortion rights and the drugs and the things that were going on in Salem and the homeless problems, in Portland. They don't even address what goes on in our part of the state until they decide there's something we do that they don't think is right. And we went down that road with some of our rodeo stuff, and that's where I learned that it's very scary. There's about 7 people who represent our side of the state, and they have to do a lot of finagling and a lot of trading to get the other 30 some to go along with things that we need to happen in the rural part of Oregon. And so, I would like to see us merged with parts of Idaho and parts of Washington that are very much excluded in the way things are done. They're conservative. A lot of Christian-based people, a lot of beliefs that are just spun out and thrown away on, in the politics of the West Side. Yeah. So, but I don't see it happening. I really don't. And every state has its problems. They have that problem in Idaho. They have that problem in Nevada. They have that problem in Maricopa County.
Yeah. California is no different.
Yeah.
But the direction that Oregon has been going, again, it's a shit show.
It is.
It's a shit show.
And
now they're talking about giving. They practically legalized. You name the drug. Mm-hmm. They have practically legalized.
Well, not only have they legalized it, but they took the tools away from our police,
right, to
actually stop people. Yeah. And to actually halt things from happening.
Yeah.
And that's a very frightening thing. And some of my active police force people are just like, you can't pull somebody over for a tail light anymore.
No.
Those because darn well they probably have something else going on in that vehicle. And so they've taken a lot of the tool away that helps to curtail a lot of that. And it's becoming frightening. They're moving dollars in other areas. And I just finished that conference over on Western Oregon side and met with some of my ODOT partners. And this is the first year that the gas tax in Oregon is actually lower than the expenses that ODOT has for managing our roads. Mm. And so unfortunately now things are going to start to go away at ODOT. They've decided they're not going to paint the white fog lines on rural roads that don't have a certain percentage of people traversing them, which are the roads that probably really need the white lines on them. I'm just saying. Right. They're going to reduce vegetation control. They're going to quit patching and sealing some areas. And, the rural people are going to take it in the shorts again.
Another thing in the news is they want to pay homeless people $1,000 a month if you're homeless in Oregon.
Yes.
Where is that free pizza coming from?
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm missing it though.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't. Again, Oregon is a mess, I guess we'll leave it alone at that. We normally don't get into politics, but thanks, Beat Trapper, because I know Beat Trapper is from Oregon, so he's concerned about what's happening.
I'm very concerned about it. Yeah. It's definitely changing everything. So
it is. I to anymore now. I'm almost embarrassed to say I'm from Oregon. Where are you from? Oh, I'm full time in my motorhome. I'm right there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. We have Aqua Hot. It has its issues as well. That's Gary. Yeah, but I bet they still make Aqua Hot. I bet they still make all the parts for Aqua Hot. Yeah. I did check out. So somebody said a junkyard. I did check it out.
Yes.
They have one used one that they wanted $350 for, and it was 4 hours away. Wow. We did not make the trip. We decided to go to Mexico that day.
Margaritas.
It was more important.
Tacos.
Yeah. Let alone, I don't know how old the water heater was, and I wasn't. I think I was leaning towards having it welded.
Used is frightening, especially when you bring it. You don't even know if it's going to work till you bring it home and hook it up.
Right.
At least you could have hooked it up on the table, though. That would have been
get a big piece of stainless steel to cover the gap. If you can get a weld shop to weld stainless steel to aluminum, that would be a feat. I would be.
Well, you probably thought it was stainless steel.
No.
Okay.
I said it was aluminum.
Oh, that was not going to.
No, that's probably not.
They would have had to weld a patch over it,
or maybe glue it down all the way around. Get it So first of all, I have to find somebody to manufacture it. I have to find somebody that can bend a piece of metal into the shape of a
You
tank.
did what you had to do. You
I
agonized
did.
over it you procrastinated about it.
Can you believe
for 2
I found
days.
a new one? I found a new one.
I'm impressed.
Right?
Your searching skills are epic.
But I'll tell you what, if you have a problem with an Atwood water heater,
good luck.
Good luck. Good luck, because it is not going to be pretty. Cleaning wands. Yeah. There is something to that. Expired up. And I think I just saw a video not too long ago with Jim Bertrand. Actually, they went and cleaned his water heater out with one of those cleaning wands.
Oh, nice.
That is something that people should be thinking about. But again, my water heater was 20 years old.
Right.
It really didn't owe anybody anything.
No.
It has given its all since 2004.
If this brand new one lasts another 20 years,
I can't see us ever. By that point, hopefully, I don't know, I'll have another coach, or I'll be on a sailboat someplace, or I don't know. I don't know.
Or you'll have a taco stand in Mexico.
I might have a taco stand in Mexico. I might be homeless living on the beach in Mexico. I could.
You can make more money, probably.
Probably. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, good advice, cleaning wand. And I don't know how they work, but I'll tell you what, the crap that has been coming out of that water heater, I had no idea. Of course, I'm turning the water heater upside down and right side up, and so something that you normally can't do with a water heater because it's stuck in the coach.
Yes.
So,
it's quite the project to get them out.
It was quite the project. One. Dave, a worker there at Mocha's told me they use Did he say what kind of tequila?
The strawberry. I'm going to say the strawberry was not high in tequila because I happen to. Should I admit that?
No.
I kind of know tequila a little bit.
A little bit.
And you can, that's what I would have called bar tequila.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my kind.
I know. You're cheap.
I am cheap. Yeah. So I'm bottom shelf.
We had this conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. If it tastes like turpentine, that's for me. Yum.
I don't know how we can be friends with you like that.
I know. It keeps all my friends.
We got color behind us?
It keeps. Oh yeah, look at that.
Glad somebody's paying attention.
Yeah, somebody is. Look at that.
Don's got us.
Oh wow, Don, you got us. Yeah, there is some red happening there. I like it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that is cool. You see Love's truck stop.
Yeah, Love's is right over there.
Is Pearl on?
Let's see here.
I didn't see her.
Who's that?
Pearl.
Is Miss Pearl on? Can we just give a shout out to you? Usually she's here, but chances are they might watch. She sent over something to Miss Bonnie
Pearl
here.
sent me this great gift.
Yeah, and we got it. Look at that. It's. Let's see. Can I get it in there so you can see it?
She knows cowgirls.
Yeah, that's pretty. I like it.
Thank you, Pearl.
Yes.
I will cherish that gift.
There you go.
We were supposed to admit what we were drinking.
What we were drinking?
Yeah.
I have a pirate coffee going.
I have a tropical pirate mocha.
You have a tropical. What's the difference between a pirate coffee and a tropical pirate mocha?
Coconut.
Coconut?
Coconut.
It has
coconut rum.
Coconut rum.
Yeah, instead of just your spiced rum.
And then into a mocha.
Into a mocha.
Nice.
Tropical.
Nice.
Pirate mocha.
Okay, that works.
It's a lot to remember, but
Right. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if I can catch up here.
Mr. Bottom Shelf.
What I am bottom shelf. I'll admit. You know what I was going to say is it keeps your friends from mooching liquor off of you.
Thank goodness.
They ask for one.
Yeah,
they never ask for two.
True. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And I get used to it. It's like, no, it tastes fine to me.
You go with that.
I'll go with that.
Pirate coffee.
Define pirate coffee. Mine is just coffee,
spiced rum,
and spiced rum, and a little bit of vanilla creamer in it, and makes it great. It's so easy, and typically that's what I end up doing for. Now you've been doing vodka, club soda.
My new diet. I kind of switched over. I'm splurging tonight. It's my last live for the foreseeable future. It's my last night in Arizona for the foreseeable future. So I splurged a little bit, but typically I've been doing the Tito's soda and lime.
Right.
And it's very refreshing, but it has ice in it, and tonight did not feel like an icy night.
No, it's cold. We have the fire going right here. My hand is right over top of it.
I don't know if you guys, there's a fire right below
We've got
us.
Can we give a little shot of that here?
Don't drop it.
Oh, microphone down.
That's not good.
There we go.
At least it missed the fire.
There we go. See, we got the fire going right there. Oh, look at that. Pretty.
Oh, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, pretty flames. There you go.
No burnage.
I've been getting a lot of use out of it. Yeah, watch out for the cord. Don't drag it over the fire.
If we go away, we'll know why.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty sunset behind us. Yeah,
it is. Sunset.
It is. I didn't think we got some red happening there behind us. So glad to have it. So I'm going to go ahead and film and do the water heater exchange and kind of talk about the troubles that I had getting this water heater in. So, but I don't get the water heater until Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, that means that you can't take a shower.
It also means I don't have to do dishes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Wait a minute, you had this plan, didn't you?
Yeah, no. I'm not going to admit anything at this point.
Okay. All right.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Captain Morris Spice Rum, root beer going. Oh, there you go. What's the name of that one? What do you call spiced rum and root beer?
I don't know. I'm not sure I'd be brave enough.
Dawn says, Bonnie, you're drinking a Mounds candy bar.
Yeah, remember I told you that.
Is it? Okay.
I've had coffees from the coffee shop.
Okay.
But they didn't have booze in them. This has got a better kick than the stuff I get from the latte shop or mocha
you're
shop.
Not going to get that at Starbucks.
No, that's a different kind of coffee store.
Right.
But yes, that's exactly what it tastes like.
Yeah. Okay. I may have to try one sometime. I don't know. I've just gotten into I do my same thing and I enjoy it. Every now and then it's a Russian coffee.
Yes.
Which is the same thing except.
But you're out of cheap vodka, so.
Yeah, all I have is expensive vodka.
Yeah, thank for that, by the way.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Only the best for you.
Right, and I appreciate that.
I went to the second shelf for that.
I thought Tito's was on the third.
I went to the second shelf up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Jennifer says, you learned from me. Good job, girlfriend.
Hey, you know what? I try to, pay attention.
Right? Yeah. She does vodka water.
I know she does. I'm not that. I can't do that.
That's.
I like vodka
with lime.
I like vodka tonic.
Okay.
But tonic, I'm on soda now. I suppose I could do that with vodka too, but.
There you go.
Wait a minute, that is what I do. Never mind.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Yeah. So we were going to leave yesterday.
Yes.
But because of the water heater and because there are showers there we were staying at SUNY Sands.
Well, and a hot tub and a pool.
No, I put it out. I put a video out on SUNY Sands, and it was really noisy there during that time that I mean, it was really noisy there with the jets flying over. SUNY Sands in Yuma sits right outside the airport, which serves as the Marine Navy fighter jet training facility,
and the Harriers and the Ospreys, and
if it makes noise, it's there.
They like to make noise there.
They make a lot of noise there. It rumbles the coach, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's pretty impressive.
It literally shakes the coach.
I had a conference call this week with a major board meeting. I had to give a presentation. It was only going to be about a 10-minute presentation, and man, was I hoping those fighter jets were going to not. They're like, "Where are you? You're not in Burns anymore, are you?"
And it is that loud, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really loud.
You can't hear anything. You can't.
I did notice that sitting in the bathroom, you have a great view of the jets taking off.
Well, I'm glad that can provide some entertainment.
It's a little thing. If you don't bring your phone, you got to do something in there.
Yeah. Oh, Gary says he misses your cowboy hat.
I know. I'll pack it next time.
I don't know if you'd have to wear it.
Yeah, I would.
Because you wouldn't want anything.
I'm repping my favorite, rodeo tonight.
I give you credit. You didn't come. You came with the bare essentials.
I did. I came to be warm and be in the hot tub.
Right, and so you did not bring your cowboy
no
hat.
Sombreros. No. I did bring a jacket.
Yeah.
So
only because I warned you. It was like, okay.
He's like, it's cold, and I'm like, really? It's cold, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like 70. It's like, oh, it's cold. Yeah.
I didn't say 70. I said low 60s.
Then you told me a story about Tom and Lori having ice on their tonneau cover.
They did.
Yeah.
Just days earlier, Tom and Lori RV Life, they put out a video. They had to, I don't remember what they were going to do. They had to move or a travel day or something.
Yeah.
And their tonneau cover was iced over. They couldn't get it open.
That's traumatic.
This does not happen in Yuma.
No.
This does not happen in Yuma.
No. I understand.
It was upsetting. It was upsetting to us all.
I know. Yeah. Yep.
There you go.
It's okay. I might have to join the live on open mic night one of these days and show the blizzard at home.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Would you do that?
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
It's not for another month, basically the end of this month.
We're still going to be on an iceberg. I'm going to go.
I'll tell you what.
I'm going to go ahead and predict that now.
If you've got, maybe I can get you to come on special guest.
Oh yeah.
And so in the coming weeks, every Sunday around 6:00, maybe you could come on and kind of show us what's.
I will have babies everywhere too. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah.
You can make that happen.
I can do that.
I'm going to turn this light down a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting a little bright in here. Yeah. Feel like I'm on feels like I got interrogated for going to Mexico or something. Oh, hey.
There, how's that? A little better. There we go. Sorry about that. Our production crew is slacking on the lighting.
Too much pirate coffee.
Got
distracted with all the snow talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Saturday was terrible. Sunday and not so with the Jets. I'm Richard Meek. Hey, glad to have you, Richard. Glad. I'm not. Are you there at SUNY? Sunday, not so with the Jets. Maybe Richard. Richard, if you were at SUNY, I'm sorry I missed you. Gary has a point right there. When Bonnie wears her hat, Dave has to move over a little bit. I bow to your hat. Your hat is
you're all hat, no cattle, but that's okay.
That's true.
But that's okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
I also drink liquor off the bottom shelf.
Gosh. So, but you can, by golly, fix a hot water heater.
I can.
We are in good shape.
We didn't finish that. I did try, knowing that I had a new one coming.
Yes. He made a stab at it.
I made a stab at what I saw online, and you read people saying, put some JB Weld on it, it'll be okay.
Good, yeah. No.
So I went down to the store. Walmart is right behind the park. I bought some JB Weld, thinking, and I bought a wire brush.
Yes, you did.
So one that goes in your drill so that I could clean it all off.
Yep.
And I did find the hole, didn't I?
Yes, you did. It was impressive.
Yeah, it was.
I know why the carpet was wet now.
Yep. And I covered that with JB Weld. Mm-hmm. And then we went to Mexico.
That's what I
let it harden all day.
All day. And then in the sun.
In the sun.
Yeah.
Got it home. And went ahead. I decided not to fill it up with water at this point. At this point, it doesn't matter. And I just went ahead and installed it back in the coach because we were leaving today.
We were washing. We had to wash laundry.
We had to wash laundry. We had to
yeah. And dishes. I had to pay my rent.
Got it in. Got the water. Got it filled up with water. It does great when it's cold. It does great when it's cold. That's all I'm going to say. JB Weld will hold when it's cold water. Mm-hmm. You know what it did when it got hot?
Tell them.
Yeah, the carpet was wet again.
The carpet was wet again.
And there you go. It does not work. If you ever have a pinhole leak or a leak and you're reading online, and I read many of them, said, oh yeah, slap some JB Weld on there, it'll be okay.
Be just fine.
Do not do it. Do not do it because it will be just fine if you never intend to use your hot water heater.
I do explicitly remember one of your YouTube videos we were watching in the hot tub said, don't spend all the money on the things trying to fix it, just replace it.
Just replace it.
And you probably should go back to that guy's post and say, yep, you are correct.
You are absolutely correct. You know, but I think it is going to become a kind of if you have this type of problem in the future, you're going to have to find a welder, a fabricator, not just a welder.
Right.
You're going to need a fabricator that can recreate the bottom of that, and it's cut it out, weld it in, and call it good. So, because you are not going to be able to find the parts for that water heater.
No,
they don't exist.
Nope. We know that now.
Yep. They don't exist. James Gordonier is here. Glad to have you here. There we go. There we go. Oh. What are you reading?
Are we living life?
Oh. Tickle a little bit. Let's repeat that. All hats, no cattle. You know me. I'm a city boy.
You're not a
city boy.
You're not a city boy. You're just not a cowboy.
I'm just not a cowboy.
And you're okay with that.
But I look good in a cowboy hat.
You do. You do. You do well in Wranglers and a cowboy hat. This is
it came up at the best time. The reason, if you don't know, the reason I had to get the hat. I had to get the hat.
You had to.
It was because you invited me to go to the rodeos there that you were running.
Yes.
But for me to be behind the gates.
Yes.
I had to have a cowboy hat on.
This is very true. Long sleeve shirts, Western attire.
Which I did. I got all set up.
You almost got kicked out of the first rodeo.
Did I?
The high school, because they're really particular about Western attire for a good example for the youth.
I didn't hear that. Did they come to you?
I had to vouch for you.
Did you?
I'm like, he's our cinematographer.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it worked.
And I did. I was doing a live. You were overworking. I was doing a live.
Yes.
And I got attacked by one of your goons. I got attacked by one of your goons.
I don't have any goons.
Yeah. Oh, you have goons. You have goons. And I wasn't wearing a cowboy hat.
That's right.
And I was worse yet. I was doing a mobile live.
That's right. You know, we get a little antsy about people in video cameras around rodeos these days.
Yeah.
You're going to be probably asked.
Yep. And I was damn near tackled.
Yeah.
And I'm live. I'm doing a mobile live, and I'm talking to people, you know. And who are you?
Yeah. Why are you on the camera?
And I had to pull the Bonnie card.
Well,
I'm with Bonnie.
It's not a bad card.
No, you're not. No, really, I'm with Bonnie.
You don't look like you'd be with Bonnie. So
Thankfully, he went with it and said, okay.
And I'm glad that you could call in a consultant in Central Oregon and go ahead and get a tire. So we didn't get you, yarded out.
But you do have goons.
You
have goons.
I've told people I got backhoes. And I know where a lot of desert is.
I own a lot of desert, and I got a backhoe. We can take care of any problem. Oh, this is going to wrap this one up. I've had a lot of fun with you this week.
It's been great.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I don't know when I get to see you again.
I don't either. I don't either. You're allergic to the white stuff.
I am, and I'm going to be making a different track going up, but I will see you hopefully sooner rather than later. Maybe I can get someplace pretty. You can get a week off where you can come and visit.
There's a lot of places I've never been because all I do is work. So yeah.
So it gives you all the excuse to get away.
Yes, it does.
So
I'll leave the goons in charge, and I'll go find some pretty sights. But I really appreciated this week. Loved getting introduced to Mexico. Glad I didn't have to stay there forever. Appreciate Dawn, running that gamut for us and accompanying us. That was pretty fun.
Absolutely.
So, yep.
All right, guys, let me take this one off. That is going to, there we go. That is going to wrap this one up. I'm going to do some driving tomorrow. I'm going to be putting in a water heater this week.
I have to fly on an airplane into a blizzard.
Yes, you do. So maybe we can get you on next week.
It's a date. I'll figure out how to get connected so everybody can see babies in the snow. In the snow.
Yeah. And you got it there. All right, guys. I'm going to give the last word right here there we go. X Fired Up. They got the first word and the last word right there. Can I get it? Can I get it right there?
You better be able to.
I'm trying.
There we go.
There we go. Safe travels, everybody. We will see you next Sunday. Live life full time. I think I'm still going to be here.
Yes, you will.
I'm going to be here.
Yeah,
I am not leaving. I am not going anywhere until it warms up.
Yes, I know.
It is too cold to go north.
I agree. I'd like to stay.
You guys stay someplace
nice
warm.
Seeing everybody tonight.
We'll see you guys next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. I'm not going anywhere.
I know you're not.
I'm staying right here.